You're listening to a Loot Dummies podcast, LOOTdummies.com. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following a group of friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Step into the mystical world of Antiriath and follow as our party adventures across the lands. Talik Grug, half-orc fighter-sorcerer from the wretched valleys of Mek'Zim, played by Taylor. Alirlock Bloodhair, Harengon cleric, whose fate seems determined by luck itself, played by Joey. Pomerel the Gatekeeper, Summer Eladrin paladin from the Feywild city of Solaria, played by Seth. And Bodyknot Greenleaf, the halfling rogue with a penchant for taking things that don't belong to him, played by Josh. And last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam. And welcome back, everyone, to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, the podcast.
Oh my god, that's so horrible.
How about that Tekken 8?
With Waffle House
With
level?
the Waffle House level, yep.
Yeah, I thought about going into it, but I couldn't figure out how to say that on a Discord without telling a 300-page story.
I have to Google this. They did a Waffle House background.
I just did it for you.
Did you? Did you just do the full 300-page write-up?
Yes.
I didn't know how else to do it.
Wild.
Oh my god. Isn't that awesome?
It's something.
Me and Seth went to Waffle House last week and discussed in great detail the intricacies of the Waffle House.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
I don't think we talked about anything else for the entire meal. We just talked about Waffle House.
Have you
and
guys
how it
ever gone
operates.
to a Huddle House?
I haven't.
To my first one. They have those there, but it's a big
I've seen
thing
them.
in southern Arkansas. It's a bigger
Yeah,
thing.
there's one by El Dorado. I've been because I used to drill down there.
We went. It's really good.
I know what you meant by saying drill, but I also associate El Dorado with oil.
Yeah, I was an oil man in another life.
The City of
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah, we were drilling down there in the
Black
city
gold.
of black gold, liquid gold.
Texas tea.
tea.
Joey, do you do a yoga preparation before you join this call?
No, I come in here raw.
Raw. You don't even
Mm.
take a poop
Raw
first.
dog. Raw dog.
Raw and reeling.
Wriggling.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get
All right, well,
hit us, Sam. Give us one.
no, that was perfect. Keep it going. Keep it going. It was coming through.
Let's harmonize.
Where y'all at? Where y'all at?
Cap.
0 out of 10.
I think it's good enough.
At the beginning of the previous session, Alirlock is still flying in the air. We find some letters that say some things where Zaius is declaring himself king and declares that his followers are to destroy all cities, and another letter declaring that the orcs should band together with Zaius' hordes to return the continent and its inhabitants to the wilds. Garnax, after following us around for a bit, returns to Pokerit to gather aid, and the party determines that we must catch up to Zaius before he reaches the Temple of Husin, but later we're unsure if that's possible due to the timeline. So we catch up to Garnax and make camp. At this point, Garnax and Talik have some conversations, and Garnax tells us that he knows of a librarian that may be able to help us. So, on the 15th of Frost, we get back to Pokerit, at which point we go to the Pokerit Biblioteca, and Garnax introduces us to a male elf with pale skin and glasses. The party then goes through a series of events trying to find information about the Temple of Husin and Zaius and whatever else we can find out. Pollock tries to intimidate the librarian into helping, which doesn't go the way he wants it to, and Learlock begins flipping through the page like some kind of limitless being of sorts. Pollock and Learlock use their inspiration die. Pomerel is acting like a stuck-up snob towards the elf as Learlock finds a picture that may be Hussein in a jungle landscape with hills and bamboo around it. Bodyknock tries to find some info in the books as Pomerel acts like a weirdo and casts Enhance Ability to help the librarian come up with some information. So we know that the temple to the god Hussein is on the Asajski side of a mountain range, and we may need to head to Sithik. Later that evening, we look for Garnax, but he has already gone home, and the party then goes and gets hammered and does things and stuff. The morning of the 16th of Frost, we return to the castle and speak with Garnax and King Marine, who is stiff and ready in his chair.
Jesus Christ. Definitely forgot about that stiff and ready.
Garnax retells his request to pursue the enemies to the south, at which point the party requests that the king holds his troops in Pokarit and wait for our call to arms at the battle that is to come. The king declines and dismisses us. He is sure that he needs the soldiers to protect Pokarit and not leave at any point. So Pomerel declares that he will seek the Harper's help, and Garnax volunteers his Shining Eagles at our disposal. At which point, Pomerel leads the party on a wild goose chase, trying to find the Harpers. With much frustration and distraughtness, Pomerel and the player are both distraught. Bodyknock then uses the speak scroll to talk to Barticelli Muccinelli, as what I don't
Donatello, like the famous artist, or the other guy,
Ninja Turtle.
But Donatello is not very helpful because he doesn't know shit. And Pomerel goes to sit and wait for the Harpers in the alley. And then this lady, Freylana, approaches Pomerel, and she gives Pomerel a Harper ring and says he will be a friend to the Harpers anywhere he goes. She also gives him another speak scroll and says that we can access their network of information.
Awesome.
Okay.
So I know that was long, but there was a bunch of key points.
It was a lot, and it was key because
the
first thing that we're gonna do is, y'all got to kind of talk amongst yourselves. I mean, you don't need to do it in character, but just kind of figure out what y'all are gonna do next. I'm just gonna turn it over to you guys.
So where physically are our characters right now?
So I think we said that y'all's library study took up most of the afternoon on the 15th. So we can either pick up the evening of the 15th for y'all's discussion or the morning of the 16th, whenever y'all want to have your discussion. I don't care. I assume y'all are all going to meet up at the inn at some point.
Yeah, so Pomerel comes erupting into the inn and is just like, guys, I found them.
The Harpers.
Well, of course the Harpers, not the, yes, who else would I have been looking for?
All right.
I found them.
Are they going to help us?
They even gave me an extra speak scroll. Well, they're not really fighters, apparently. They're more like, there's a word in the material plane. They're
messengers?
They're good guys, but yeah, no, I mean that's like a messenger, right? But these guys, they sneak around in the dark, but they're good guys. They're sneaking around, and they don't want to stab you in the back and take your coins. They want to stab the bad guys, I think, in the back and take their. I don't really know what they. Yeah.
Okay.
What if they consider you the bad guy?
Well, then you're probably a bad guy. They seem like pretty good people, best I can tell. But they have people everywhere in the material plane, and they will help us spread information if necessary and access information if necessary. We just got to figure out how to find them.
All right. Good work.
Thanks. Bodyknock, here's an extra speak scroll.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember, but the speak scroll cases are tied to each other. The speak scroll is just a consumable, so just because she gave you a speak scroll doesn't mean you can't speak scroll to her.
Right. And then at that point, Pomerel waves over his hand and shows everybody the Harper ring.
Yeah, shows the symbol appear.
That's a fancy trick you got there.
Yeah, they gave me this so we can find them.
Well, I never thought you were lying, but I thought you might have been confused or something. But I'm glad to see that it's neither.
Yes.
Right.
Did y'all find an army to help fight the other army?
Well, Garnax is going to send us a couple men, right, Alirlock? Shining Eagles?
Something like that.
Eagles are majestic creatures. Do they have swords?
Yeah, these are Garnax's guys.
Oh,
You met him in Molly Press. The guy we
what
saved.
does he have? Around 3,500 or 4,000 soldiers?
I think it's like a dozen.
Oh, I see. Well, okay then. Pomerel's thinking to himself, like, I wonder if the Queen would send some men.
Let's get a beer and call it a night and head that way tomorrow, unless y'all have something else here y'all want to do.
I have some significant concerns with heading towards an army with just 16 people.
We're not going to attack or anything, especially not head on. We just need to get over there and scope it out.
Oh, well, very well.
I think there's towns and all kinds of stuff over there. Have you ever heard of Asajewski, Pomerel?
No, never. Is it far?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot farther. We've met a few people in the guild hall from there, but I've never been personally.
Fascinating. Do they have... And he kind of looks around at the dinginess, because he's been in the material plane now for a while, and he's seen cold mountains, a smelly swamp, and this fucked up town. And he's looking around and he goes, do they have palaces or anything?
You know as much as me.
Oh, very well, very well.
I'm sure if they do, we'll find them.
Excellent.
Anybody who'd like is welcome to make a history check.
I feel like Body Knock might know something. He's a little traveling bastard.
Did you say something about the History Channel? We watching Ancient Aliens?
Yeah, Ancient Aliens and Asajewski. No, just if anybody wants to know.
Yeah, let me roll one. Hold on. Let me roll one.
He's our shisty little guy.
Your lore master.
Oh, no, that's Seth.
Is that the human? Yeah.
It might have been Shadow, but Pomerel don't know shit.
Yeah, and Shadow.
I rolled a 15.
15. Yeah, I mean that's definitely good enough. You have heard that there are opulent, beautiful palaces in the capital city of Asajewski. You're not sure if that extends to the rest of the country or not, if every city has beautiful, incredible places, but you've heard that the capital city is truly awe-inspiring gem.
Can I get a status check on goth girls at this place?
Just so few of them.
No!
We're going somewhere else, boys.
Wait, what do you know about it?
It's not the place. Trust me.
Not the place.
Well, okay.
Oh,
Well, I'm going.
Fine. We'll make do.
Eat another sausage. Stick a sausage in it. Oz.
Sausage. Anything anybody else would like to do this evening before y'all hit the hay?
I do not.
No, but I am potentially changing spells, so don't go too fast.
I grab a pint from the bar and head over to the stairs and look back at the other guys and wink and say, I'm taking first rest. Head up the stairs.
Pomerel retreats to his room where he strips and checks for ticks.
What was the quote? Something about an epic level. He's a epic level of doucheness. We said it was the T-shirt. We're gonna put it on the front and the back.
Like,
What was it,
oh
Sam?
man, not
Well,
maximum.
he had
category.
reached elite doucheness.
Elite doucheness.
Elite levels of doucheness.
Elite levels of doucheness. His doucheness grows.
His doucheness knows no bounds.
Okay, so nothing else tonight? Y'all going to bed and bites?
That's it for me.
All right. Well, you guys wake up on the 16th. Spit is happy to provide you with some more sustenance. Yeah, he says, so, I heard you guys talking last night. You headed out today, or you going to stick around a little longer, do a little more planning?
I think we're heading out, Spit, but it's been nice hanging with you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Y'all have kept me company and kept me, taken care of for the last few days.
Us green guys got to hang together, and I flip him 5 gold.
He catches it. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, I appreciate it. He gives you a fist bump. He says, you guys be careful out there, and for what it's worth, I hope you kick his ass, make everything go back to normal.
Hey, thanks, man. We do too. That's the plan.
Whatever happens, happens. We'll see.
Well, don't get killed.
There's worse things to happen to you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I guess you could get, like, cursed or something.
Yeah. Could get cursed, Talik, as he walks out the door.
The Learlock's so emo. I love
And
him.
I'll also walk towards the door.
All right. So you guys saddle up your horses.
Ride to Osajiski.
So what's your play? What's your plan here? Which way y'all going? Let's hop into the Harpy, and y'all tell me where the hell y'all are going.
I love hopping into a harpy.
Ooh, gross.
I'd get past the Talons first.
Oh. All right. I'm looking at the map. We're in Pokerit. There is
Yep.
a mountain pass that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes to our east
Yeah.
into Osajiski.
And there's a road from here to there. So let me tell you, if y'all are going along a road, it won't be like a step-by-step hex crawl. We'll just fast forward along that roll. I'll make a check to see if there's an encounter along the road, and then y'all will be at your destination
Okay.
if you want to travel along roads. So yeah, y'all just let me know what y'all want to do. Y'all kind of talk it out amongst yourself.
Yeah, that's my vote, but I will listen to all others.
I vote for staying on the road.
Yep, I'm good with it.
Do we need to go to Scythic for some reason? I can't quite remember.
We talked about it, but I think it was just because it was a big city between here and there to see what was going on there. This little town southeast of us.
So Palmer will look over at everybody and be like, I am completely elated with our current plan to travel the road. I do request, do any of you know the best place we can go to stock up on potion, healing potions, maybe some strength potions, to bolster us before the battle?
Learlock, doesn't Erickson's have some of that stuff?
We're not really on the best of terms, you see. I got his store name wrong. He goes really perturbed about it. It says some things, in the vicinity of potions, but yeah, it's just, better not.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, maybe this town between here and the mountain pass, Scythic. Looks like on the map, it's just a day or two out of the way.
Maybe they have a really robust, apothecary or something like that,
Yeah, could be worth
Body
it.
Knock, have you ever been there?
Where?
Scythic.
Scythic.
I don't think so. I don't know, man. I drink a lot, eat a lot of sausages. That really fucks with my memory.
Oh, very well. Well, I'm going to murder this horse so I can get one that sounds better.
What's he sound like? We can't hear him.
Oh, kind of like a ghoul. Do y'all have ghouls in the material plane?
Yeah, I've heard of him. Children's stories.
Yeah, kind of like that.
You're gonna murder your horse. Is that right?
I murder, unsummon, whatever. I may get the elk out. I may call the elk in.
If you ever see a shadow fellow again, just don't tell him you're gonna murder your mount just out of the blue.
My prince knows that me and Sunbeam would never actually harm each other.
Right.
All right, so you guys are going to take the road east for, what is that? 1, 2, about 3 days, and then turn south down to Sithic and then see what's there. Is that the plan?
I believe so.
That is the plan.
Okay, so let me check here. Okay, so today is the 16th. Y'all leave. You're going to travel all day 16th, all day 17th, all day the 18th. And then in the afternoon of the 19th is when you'll be arriving in Sithic. All right, so you guys spend a few days traveling along the road. It's nice to be on a road. You don't have to worry about navigating or anything. There's like decently kept up with road signs, as you're going along. It's telling you that if you continue off to the east, you're going to eventually get to Veroni, which leads into Osajiski. And then y'all are seeing signs that say 50 miles to Sithic as you get closer. So you guys turn down that way. When you guys are pretty far ways off, we'll say several hundred feet away, you notice that this area is a pretty nice temperate zone. It's still the middle of winter, so there's just these dry reeds of long grass blowing, ryegrass. And off in the distance, you see that there's a city, and it's surrounded in this big swirling smog. And as you get closer, you can tell that it's not any sort of like smoke or anything. It's like a dust. It's like a sandy, dusty bowl kind of surrounding this place. And as you get closer, you begin to hear screams and yells coming from the city. What do you guys do?
I'll take off faster towards the city. I got the Learlock with me.
Right.
He didn't get a choice.
Onward, Jeffrey.
As Revenge lurches forward, Pomerel is sitting there thinking, wonder why they're in such a hurry. And Sunbeam takes off after Revenge.
Okay, so you guys come running up towards the city. As you get close, you see that the place is under attack, as you might have guessed based on that long-winded lead-in description, by a combination of orcs, and the orcs are riding these huge creatures, the likes of which many of you have probably never seen, but the players would instantly recognize them as huge woolly mammoths. And as you guys are running into town, I'm going to need y'all to roll initiative.
All right. 17.
9.
12.
17.
So we just finished the 2 towers like a couple weeks ago. And when you started saying they were riding something huge, I immediately thought of the Moma Kill.
Good.
Is that the big elephant things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the Westerlings on them or
I
whatever.
just call them Oliphants, so I don't have to remember the other word.
That's fair.
Okay, so Talik got a 17. Pomerel also got a 17, but his modifier is lower. Body Knock with a 12. Oof. And a Learlock with a 9. Double oof. Okay. So Talik, you are going to go first.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, so give me a lay of the battlefield.
Okay. Yeah, so you come running into town. It's a pretty wide open town. It doesn't have very impressive walls. It's got a few places that have walls, but the place that you run up to is relatively open. It actually opens up into a big courtyard. There's several of these huge mammoths, 2 off to your left, 130 and 200 feet away, and then another one off to your right about 200 feet away. There are a few orcs just kind of scattered around. As you're running in, people are like running out of the city. You run past a few. So it is like actively under attack as you guys are running in.
All right, so the closest group is the ones right to my left, I would say.
Yeah, and they're
Group
still
of
like 100.
marauders.
Yeah, they're still like 100 feet away. 120 feet away, I think it was.
From this distance, can I see into that group, are they actively fighting anyone? Like, are there survivors right now, or what can I see?
So that elephant is chasing people out of the city. The people just ran past you. It was kind of chasing them, so it's headed towards you.
Are there people right around the baddies right now?
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
There's like a swirl of dust and wind everywhere. Everywhere you see on the map that there's a sandy tile, that is like a thick area of dust that's going to be difficult terrain if you move through that, by the way.
I only got a 3 on perception.
Okay, yeah, you're too focused on the monsters all around to notice anything.
I think I'm gonna hop off of Revenge and meld him into the ground safely with his mud ability.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell over to the group of bad guys and try and get their attention. And be like, hey, orcs, pick on somebody your own size.
A couple that hadn't seen you already turns towards you. The elephant toots its horn. They're headed towards you. They see you now, if they didn't already.
Okay, I want to hold an action, and I want to throw a fireball at a group of them as they come towards us.
Okay, you have like a number of them you want to be able to hit with it, or wait, hold on. What's the range on fireball?
Well, I know I could hit them, but my perception was bad, so I couldn't see
you're worried
if
about
there were any
friendlies.
civilians over there.
Fair
Because
enough,
it's just
fair enough.
I'll just do it like when they get within like 50 feet of me, and
Okay.
I want to make sure I hit the big guy on the mammoth especially, and then
Okay.
anybody else I can.
Sounds like a
All right, that's it for
plan.
me.
Okay. You do know that if the trigger doesn't come around before your next turn, that you'll lose the spell. You have to cast the spell and then hold it.
Well, are they running towards me?
Yeah, they're coming towards you.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
Pomerel's gonna yell out, I'll meet him, teeth to teeth. Shoot over the top of me. Take that big thing down. And Pomerel's just gonna erupt forward and go as far as he can. As he's running, he's going to reach his shield hand out. And you can see his fingers twitching on the far side of his shield. And around him bursts from the ground these radiant, twisted, orange, glowing, flaming spirits of fallen elven
Cool.
soldiers as they swirl around.
What spell is this?
Spirit Shroud.
I'm intrigued. Okay. Anything else?
That was my bonus action.
This is the worst. For the listeners, they're clicking repeatedly in Tailspire with their pointer tools.
They're swirling spirits,
Oh my
okay?
goodness.
Don't break my immersion.
I mean, it actually kind of does look like swirling spirits. It's not bad.
As an action, I will throw my javelin
Oh, okay.
Javy boy.
at the nearest thing. Let's
Grounded
see.
orc or the mammoth or the other guy?
The guy riding the mammoth.
Guy riding the mammoth. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
So javelin going through the air. 23 to hit.
That'll definitely hit. I don't even have to check. Oh, they do have a breastplate on.
That will be 8 piercing damage. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That's the one weakness of paladins is they can't smite on range.
Oh, I wasn't. Yeah, that too.
One weakness. Little fuckers. Weak
Little-
fuckers.
Little-
They're so weak.
What a
Poor
little
pathetic.
bitch.
Little weak piece of shit.
All right, sorry my turn was so long. That is the end of it.
That is
It was
okay.
sufficiently long.
Mm. Hey, yo.
Mm-hmm.
This guy and his mammoth, the one closest to you, the one that you just threw a
Woo.
javelin at, comes sprinting towards you. He gets all the way up to you with his using the dash on the mammoth, and the guy on the back
My
is
fireball goes off first.
on Pomerel.
No, it's gonna go right over his head. He
Yeah,
said
yeah.
shoot it over his head.
All right, yeah, fireball these two guys.
There we go. Fireball. It's a Dex 15. I rolled 32 fire damage.
Hopefully they pass.
Hoping a mammoth is not very dexterous.
Okay, the orc. You said it's Dex.
Dex
Sorry,
15.
the orc failed straight up. He rolled a 5 on the die.
Let's
The
go.
mammoth rolled a 14 on the die, but has a negative Dex.
Let's
So they
go.
both fail. So they both take 32. You said.
32.
All right. This guy on top, Pomerel, is going to make 2 great axe attacks on you. Don't ask me the logistics of it.
He
It's
didn't reach them.
Don't ask me the logistics of it.
Cheater.
Mechanically, he's allowed to.
Okay.
I'd let you melee attack him from the ground too.
Okay.
Oh, then there you go. Turnabout's fair play.
All right.
And the Mr. Fantastic over here.
First one is a 18 to hit.
Miss.
Second one is a 19 to hit. I think that's a miss
Miss.
too, right? Oh,
Miss me. Now you're gonna get fucked up.
Hey, you got to fuck. Oh, wait.
Oh. All right. Now it is Body Knock's turn. So you are about 80 feet from the orc on the mammoth that just ran up on Pomerel. Everyone else is like 150
Oh, yeah.
feet away.
Gotta shoot him.
Yeah, he took a fireball. He's hurting.
So since I'm using this bow, I think it would be in the best interest to shoot that thing.
Oh, that's true. He's a huge creature.
23 to hit.
That'll definitely hit. This giant mammoth.
So it's going to be 8 damage on the huge.
Okay, but you do have a person right next to him, so.
Okay.
Sneak attack.
28.
Jesus, there you go. Wait, what? 28? That's got to be a really big roll.
There's a 1, and then the rest were 6s and 5s.
Ah, okay. I was like, isn't it like 66? Jesus Christ. Nice. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Nah.
Okay. It is all the orcs' turns. So, like I said, a couple of these guys just start running towards you. 60 feet. This one's going to run 30 and then throw a javelin at Pomerel. Oh, that's definitely a miss. These guys over here on y'all's right side are also just kind of sprinting towards you. Oh, get 'em! Very guttural.
So gurgly. I love it.
Deep in the saliva in the throat.
Ugh.
So while I'm moving these guys, Alirlock, you hear some screams coming from inside this building and inside of this building. The one straight in front of you that's about 200 feet away, and then the one off to your left that's like also about 200 feet away. And then that is the orcs' turns. Okay, so this thing runs about 80 feet. Okay, he's going to throw 2 javelins at Pomerel at disadvantage.
What a dumbass.
Oh, 19 and 2 on the second roll. Disadvantage sucks.
Miss.
All right. Alirlock, it is your turn.
All right. I hear the screaming. It's very far away. Well, I'm going to cast Channel Divinity, Invoke Duplicity. And invoke Duplicity, and you'll see an illusory copy, duplicate of me appear, and that is my action to do so, which is unfortunate. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Sure.
As the bonus action, and then as part of that bonus, all in the same breath, I will take a swing. That casting was coming from my duplicate for the record, and put it right up here next to this guy.
Okay.
Can I go that far? Hold on, let me double check. I think it's 60 feet. 60.
It can only move 20 feet around, but you can cast it 60 feet away.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna get it up right next to Mr. Driver guy, and I'm gonna smack him. And I don't specify the level. This was at 4th level. Let's roll to hit. Oh my god, nat 20.
Okay. I see you.
So it's a total of 28 just for funsies. And then damage is 22 DiMaggio.
Oh, your sword appears behind this guy as he's trying to reach down and hack up Pomerel, and just shink ends him. just enough to sever his spinal cord
Sick.
as he slides off the side of his mammoth.
And it's my action and bonus action movement. I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Okay. It is the other orc mammoth combo. So they come sprinting down towards you guys. Boom, boom, boom. This guy is also going to take some disadvantage attacks. I'll do one on Body Knock and one on the one who just threw a fireball. Talik. Talik first. Ooh, 18? Does an 18 hit you, Talik?
It does.
8 damage. And then the other one on Body Knock. Oh, that's a 9 to hit. Alright. Talik, it is your turn.
So I got a big mammoth in front of me.
Yeah, he's still about 60 feet off at this point.
A bunch of orcs behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, they're closing in on you guys now.
I'm going to do something for the first time. I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Ooh, okay.
My speed is doubled. I get a +2 to armor class. So my AC becomes 20. My speed is doubled. I have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and I gain an additional action on every turn.
That's awesome.
That action can only be used to take one attack. Dash disengage. So I'm going to cast haste on myself, and I'm going to move up 60 feet since I have double speed and see how far I get. It's a concentration spell, too. I'm going to slip past the mammoth over to the side of the mammoth, and I'm going to cast a twinned spell, Firebolt.
Is haste an action or a bonus action?
To cast it,
Yeah.
it does take an action to cast
Oh,
it.
but I guess you immediately get your second action.
Oh, yeah, so I can
that's
still
fine.
do that, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that.
So I'll do a twinned spell. So I'm going to roll to hit. It's one roll to hit. Firebolt.
Who are you targeting? These orcs?
The two orcs, the one right in front of me and the one slightly to the right. I got a 17 to hit. Yeah, those two.
17 hits.
All right. I'm going to do 15 fire damage to each.
Poof, poof. Firebolt to the chest. Drops them.
Oh, shit, really?
Down. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty
These
weak.
guys are just orcs.
Okay. Hey, you watch it. All right. I'll end my turn.
Well, you're clearly not just any orc. All right, Pomerel, you are looking up at a giant mammoth in your face coming down off the hill at you.
So, can Pomerel tell if the mammoths are out for violence like the other animals he's met on the material plane, or are they just chilling, being controlled by the orcs?
Oh no, they seem real violent. The mammoth, when the guy fell off of him, he did not hesitate to continue his violent rampage towards you.
Okay, so at that point, Pomerel will whip his sword out of its sheath, scream out the elven command word as it bursts into flames, and he will swing the flame tongue longsword
Sure.
at this large, dirty creature.
Real dusty boy.
Oh, 16 to hit the large, dirty creature.
That'll hit. He's huge Antelic.
11 slashing damage.
Nice.
Oh, 9 fire damage. Then 6 radiant damage from the improved Divine Smite.
Okay.
Plus the third D8 radiant damage caused by the Spirit Shroud.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't even have to think about what Spirit Shroud does. So it buffs your Divine Smites?
For an additional 13 radiant damage. No, anybody attack within 10 feet of me, whether I Divine Smite or not.
Nice. Okay. Wow. So your base attack is doing D8 plus the 2d6 fire plus a D8 constant plus another D8 from this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
30, 40. I just did 40 damage with my first attack.
Wow.
Second attack. As he hacks it, he swings back for another attack with the Flame Tongue Longsword.
He's hurting.
This time will be a dirty 20.
Okay.
6 slashing damage. Oh, 4 fire damage. 15 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then Sunbeam will kick the piss out of this thing. It's a 12. It's a +6 to hit.
That's a miss.
Sunbeam's like, what do you want me to do with this thing, Pomerel? It's massive.
Just kind of like kicks at its foot, and its foot's just too tough for him.
Then Pomerel will glare at the elephant, and the spirits will swirl around it, restricting its movement by 10 feet.
Ooh. Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Well, that was quite a turn. Okay. The dust mammoth will shake its body, aggressively shake itself side to side, and when it does, it coats a huge area, 40-foot radius, in a giant dust cloud. So everybody who's inside of that dust cloud needs to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Find out what happens to our party next week. Check us out at dndndummies.com. And please leave us a rating and a review on your podcast app. It would mean the world to us.